Ooh, if I had one song to play every time I walked into a room, I think my funny answer would be All I Do Is Win, 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 no matter what. Because it always makes me smile. I think it's so funny, but also probably because it always reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Pitch Perfect. But my true to life answer would be Matt Maher's In the Room, simply because I feel like it really speaks to my relationship with the Lord and how I want to be walking with Him every step of the way. I've been with RE/MAX Realty Consultants for 6 years and love it. Impact it's had on my business has just been probably harder to put into words than it should be. It's been the greatest career decision I've made. Everybody's in your corner. Everybody wants you to be the best you can be. And the support you get and yeah, you can do it. It's just really been phenomenal. I'm very thankful. I think I wanted to be a lot of things at a lot of different times. Probably the thing that is most closely related to what I do is at one point I did want to be an architect. I always loved to write stories and I would always draw kind of what the house or whatever would look like in that story. And while I'm not an architect, I do love them. But yeah, I think that's probably the closest thing from my childhood. Yeah, one of my jobs prior to RE/MAX was I was a store manager with Starbucks for a number of years. And while I enjoyed my time there, there certainly came a spot where I didn't want to work nights and weekends anymore. And I'd had a friend who was encouraging me to get into real estate for a couple of years, and I finally listened to her, and I'm so glad I did. It is a little bit ironic and funny that I do now work a lot of nights and weekends, but I'm doing it a little bit on my own time or on my own rules, and as I said earlier, like agent services, that tool that RE/MAX Realty Consultants provides allows me to have that flexibility to where it's nights and weekends on my time, when I can, so I think that's great. Ooh, one thing I think most people don't know about me is I originally went to college to be a sign language interpreter. And that was another wonderful experience. Turned out to be something that's not my jam, but real estate is. But yeah, I still know a little bit, but pretty darn rusty. I would probably be better now, but like as a, late teen, early 20s, I was not this emotionally extroverted, right? So which is a huge requirement when you're speaking with your hands in your face, right? So it turned out to not be for me, but I still love it. Some of my favorite things to do when I'm not working, we have a bunch of great breweries and wineries here in the Triad. I think Piccione is probably one of my favorites. It's right next door to Raffaldini, so you can't really go wrong going up there. And other than that, I really love to read. I'm a big World War II historical fiction. If I could probably burn through a book every other week, that would be pretty great. I don't always have time for that. I do love to travel. I've recently been able to do Paris and Ireland. Italy is coming up. I do love the coast. Shark's tooth hunting is probably one of my favorite things. Have quite the collection. Yeah, other than that, just hanging out with friends, board games, game nights. Yeah, there's lots of things I love about the real estate business. I really do love all the different people that I get to meet and get to know, and it's certainly a part of how I run my business that it's very relational oriented. I'm helping you through one of the largest financial decisions and journeys of your life, and I take that really seriously. I take that to heart. But my hope is when we get through this journey together, that's not the end. We're friends, and we're still gonna get together and have coffee or dinner or get-togethers, and it's not the end, where I love building those friendships and getting together, and really I meet amazing people every day, and everybody's different and they've got amazing stories to share, and I love that.